gear dump for bow season? Let's take a look. Hey everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. For anyone new here, my name is Jay, and today I'm going to be going over a little gear dump of what I like to take for bow season. Stick around for the end of the video because obviously I need all this stuff, but if I had to pick one thing as a must-have or game changer, I'll tell you about that. Let's first go over the pack that I'm going to keep all this stuff in. Now, I normally do not take a backpack into the woods. I feel like it's an excuse to bring extra crap that you don't need, but with self-filming and all this stuff, it's going to be fairly difficult to not take a backpack. This is Sitka's Toolbox, they call it. It's not made anymore, so I believe they call it the Tool Bucket now. It's a little bit different design than what this was, but I bought this one because it was on sale because it was being discontinued, so I figured why not. But as you can see, the whole point of this backpack is to be held on a tree stand hanger of some type, like right up here. And lots of different pockets in here, so excuse to bring more stuff than what I actually need. I'm going to try not to again, but has more than enough compartments and stuff for what I need. And these straps are quite comfortable on my shoulders, so I'm looking forward to being comfortable walking in as well with this stuff in that pack. So first thing I'll go over in my pack, and you guys can make fun of me for this. I really don't care. Actually, do it in the comments section below. I can't wait to see what people say about this. Deer gutting gloves. A buddy of mine turned me onto these about 4 or 5 years ago, and they are a lifesaver for getting blood all over your clothes and everything when you're gutting. I really like them, and they're only $3, so I say, why not? Let's go over this. Just some ribbon, you know, nothing special about it, but whenever I'm deep in on public land, it is nice to, if I shoot a deer or something, marking last blood, marking where your stand is, marking where the deer is that you just shot, in case you have to go back to the truck, or if someone's coming to you and needs help, hey, follow the ribbons. This is something that's come in handy over the years. Now, next thing is this guy. Probably wondering what on earth is this contraption and why would you want it? This is a harness system. You know, this goes, you know, around your upper body and connects towards your waist, but it has this little rope on the end of it. What I like to do is tie that around the deer's neck. Then I've got a very steady and more balanced platform for dragging a deer out. I can use all my body weight. I'm not just, you know, if it's a buck, I'm not just, you know, have my hand around its antlers just dragging this way. All your force is being put on this arm. Whenever it's all centered on your torso and your core, you can really go and make up some ground really easy. I've been using that for quite a few years right now, and it has been a lifesaver, especially for my back. Just your simple bow rope. I like to keep one with me, especially for saddle hunting specifically, but I like keeping it with me whenever I'm going to a fixed position stand also. Even though all my fixed position stands I have bow ropes on them, it's still nice to just have one in case, you know, there's frays or, you know, there's damage to that one rope or whatever. Let's talk knives. I carry 2. This one's from Outdoor Edge. Just your basic knife. Nothing too special about it, but it's nice and compact, so that's why I like that one. That one I mostly use for gutting, but if I need to skin or do any kind of quartering, I use the Havalon Piranha right here. This knife has served me very well over the years. So having a nice fine blade to be able to get in there, do precise cuts. Having 2 knives is always nice. The saw. Good old Hooyman. I don't use this for cutting bone or anything, you know, or cutting, you know, any of the legs or anything off deer. I more or less use this if I see a little branch that's in my way or something that fell over one of my shooting lanes. That way I can get rid of it real quick with minimal impact. Now, That's about everything, you know, non-camera gear wise, but everything else on the table here is something camera related, and I can't really speak too much about it, mainly because this will be my first season. A buddy of mine turned me on to all the camera gear here. Fourth Arrow specifically, he said was one of the better brands. And the first thing I noticed with this camera arm is it is extremely lightweight. Like there's nothing to this. I'll mostly be using this one for private land hunting with my fixed position stands. And then that way I can throw one of these bases here around the trees whenever I go and then leave it there. So then when I come back, I can just have my camera arm plate and just go. Boom, you're ready to go. But for public land, I have a different arm that I'm going to be using, and it's coming in the mail. Should be here tomorrow. I'll do a separate video on that and my first impressions of that. But as someone, I just don't have much experience with self-filming. It's something I'm just getting into this year. So I was like, give me the lightweight stuff and don't break the bank. So everything here, camera arm wise, was suggestions from him. The last thing I'll go over is something I'm still pondering. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this at all, but this little clip right here. This is made by a company called Painted Outdoors, and it has a magnet on this side. What I'm going to use this for potentially is a second angle. Attach my phone to this magnet. I already have a plate for the back of my phone to go to this, and especially when I'm saddle hunting, I think this would be really easy, is just clip it onto my tether right up here, and that way the camera angle can look down at me. But also, when I'm in a fixed position stand, just throw it on my bow hanger, more or less. Have the angle come down at me this way. I'm going to be playing around a lot with second angles because I think they add immersion into videos rather than just looking at the deer the entire time. So I'm going to give this guy a try, see what I think. And then obviously the last thing is camera itself. I almost forgot to even talk about it. This is a Panasonic HC-V785. So far, this camera is it's decent. Actually has pretty good lighting and low light, which is pretty big for hunting. I've only tested it out a little bit. I'll give a more thorough review after I've filmed a couple times, probably towards the end of the season. And then obviously this shotgun mic didn't come with the camera. I bought that secondary. The shoe adapter came with the camera, but the shotgun mic did. That's all the stuff I tend to put in my pack. I mean, I go lightweight. I don't feel like carrying a bunch of stuff around, guys. I mean, that's me. Drop a comment down below and let me know if there's something maybe I'm missing or something that you guys really like to take into the woods. Now, if I had to pick one of these things that's a game changer, must have, I'd have to go with the deer dragging harness strap. That thing has just saved me so much over the years. It's made dragging deer out so much easier. Now, obviously, if you're back really far in on public land or even private land, you know, over a mile, you know, 2 miles, I'm more than likely gonna skin and quarter up the deer. I'm not gonna drag a deer out that far, especially up and down the crazy terrain that we have here in Pennsylvania. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button if this is something that you enjoy seeing, and I will catch you into the next one. Bye.